you hear the word Spider-Man, and kind of something goes in your system, and you say, "Oh, that's a franchise. That's something people use to make money." And that, of course, isn't why any of these people got involved. None of the people who were making it needed any more money.
Everybody in the world knows Spider-Man, even more than the Lion King, oddly enough. And he's such a culture hero, and he's such a wonderful character that allows for true emotions to come forth in the songs.
All the songs, are so different, but they all work together so well in this one musical. It's kind of unbelievable. It's unlike anything I've ever heard. I can't even describe it, but when I hear anything from the show, I'm just like, oh my God, I want people to hear it.
Reeve is wild. I think we found Peter Parker. We found the man. He came in and he's got this kind of body language that is wild. It's kind of a uncomfortable, yet in his body he sings like a god, and he's physically really strong.
If you want to dive into what the truth of Peter Parker is, it's more from the comic books than anything else, I think. And then you have to figure out how that relates to you as a person in some ways. So yeah, no, I feel the weight of the responsibility, but I'm excited about it at the same time.
Well, I thought I knew what to expect, but it is a whole different thing again. The cast is so talented, and they're bringing this thing to life in ways that I couldn't have imagined.
I would pay to see the show if there were no actors. I would pay just to see the sets in the show. I mean, yeah, really exciting. I can't say anything else except that they are really exciting.
I wanted to bring that flying into the house, over the heads of the audience, not just one flight, which we've seen, but battles over. We have 9 Spider-Men, and they fly through buildings. The sets are forced perspective. They're comic book pop-ups that come alive.
I went into the theater the other day when they were rehearsing some of the flying, and I thought I was going to look on this stage and see them rehearsing, and all of a sudden someone came flying, right over my head, and I screamed out loud. And I think that's what's going to happen with the audience. I think they're going to scream their heads off.
I don't think you'll get the sense that, we're making Spider-Man dance. That's not the sense. At the same time, you won't feel like we're not doing Broadway. You'll feel like this is entertaining. This is, the art of dance and theater put together.
Every day, even if it's, in the theater, some great new technical aerial thing that we just figured out, or even something incredibly small in rehearsal, some emotional moment that just suddenly you got tears, and I wouldn't have thought it.
I like to touch people first. I'm not about visuals for their own sake. That's why I don't just go off and do circus, or I'm not just a painter. I sculpt the masks, but they're all there to be for a purpose.
What we find in rehearsal is that it's just coalescing and working so wonderfully that we're sitting there moved by the story.
Last week we were in our second week of rehearsal, and we did a work-through of the first act, and I looked around and the dancers were weeping, the actors were weeping. No visuals. 2 weeks of rehearsal because the material is good.